The day I stepped off the plane into Toronto's bustling Pearson International Airport, I felt a mix of nervousness and excitement. It was the start of a new chapter, a whole new world of experiences unfolding before me. The hum of the city, the hustle of the people, and the chilling winter air. It was all so different, yet so intriguing. Moving to Canada was no small feat. There were challenges, of course. The unfamiliarity, the language nuances, the cultural differences, they all seemed overwhelming at first. But I also realized that moving to a new country is like diving into an ocean. It's vast, it's deep, and it can be intimidating. But once you plunge in, you find beauty in its depth and diversity. I learned that preparation and research are crucial. Understanding the culture, the climate, the legalities, and the lifestyle can make this transition smoother. I wish I had known some key tips to better prepare for this life-changing journey. One of the first things I learned about Canada was its notoriously unpredictable weather. I remember my first winter here, stepping out of my cozy home into what felt like a scene straight out of a Christmas movie. Snowflakes gently falling, a blanket of white covering everything in sight. It was breathtaking, but boy was it cold. I quickly learned the importance of layering up and investing in good quality winter gear. And it's not just about the cold. Summers can get pretty hot too, so you'll want to have lighter clothes ready for those sunny days. The weather varies greatly across the country, from the mild winters of British Columbia to the chilly gusts of the Atlantic provinces. So it's crucial to research the weather of the region you're moving to. This will help you pack the right clothing and be prepared for any weather surprises. So, don't underestimate the Canadian weather. Be prepared and dress for the season. The time I fell ill and had to navigate the Canadian healthcare system was quite an adventure. It was like walking into a maze full of unfamiliar terms and procedures. But here's what I learned. Canada's healthcare system is publicly funded, which means most services are covered through taxes. However, not everything is included. Prescription drugs, dental care, and eye care often require additional private insurance. When I first visited a doctor, I was surprised to find out that I needed a health card issued by the province. This little piece of plastic is your ticket to access healthcare services, so make sure you apply for it as soon as you land. And let's not forget about the wait times. Emergencies are treated immediately, but for non-urgent matters, you may have to wait. It's all about understanding the system and planning ahead. Remember, understanding the healthcare system can save you a lot of stress in the future. The day I attended my first multicultural festival in Vancouver was a day I'll never forget. The air was filled with a mosaic of languages, the vibrant colors of traditional outfits, and the irresistible aroma of diverse cuisines. It was like stepping into a global village right in the heart of Canada. This is the beauty of Canada. A country that not only accepts but celebrates its cultural diversity. The multiculturalism here isn't just about tolerance, it's about learning from one another, understanding different perspectives, and growing together as a community. It's about the Italian neighbor who shares her grandmother's pasta recipe, the Filipino co-worker who introduces you to the joy of karaoke, or the French-Canadian friend who teaches you the history of Quebec. Embracing this multiculturalism means opening yourself up to new experiences, new ideas, and new friendships. It's about finding common ground in our shared humanity, while also celebrating what makes us unique. Canada is a cultural mosaic, and embracing this can make your transition much smoother. Imagine my surprise when I was asked if I wanted a double-double at a coffee shop. Yes, you heard that right. The first time I was asked this, my mind raced. Was I being offered a second cup of coffee, or perhaps a stronger brew? As it turns out, a double-double is simply Canadian for a coffee with 2 creams and 2 sugars. This little anecdote highlights the importance of understanding local jargon. It might seem trivial at first, but it can greatly influence how effectively you communicate. You see, language is not just about grammar and vocabulary. It's also about understanding cultural nuances and local idioms. In Canada, for instance, if someone says they're going to give you a ring, they're not proposing marriage. They simply mean they'll call you on the phone. So, take some time to learn the local jargon. It can make your daily interactions a lot smoother. I remember feeling lost when I first encountered the Canadian legal system. It can feel like a maze, especially when you're trying to navigate it for the first time. But don't worry, it's not as daunting as it seems. You see, understanding your rights and responsibilities in Canada is like learning to play a new game. You need to know the rules to play fair and avoid penalties. As a newcomer, you have the same fundamental rights as every Canadian citizen. This includes the right to equality, freedom of expression, and the right to live, work, and study anywhere in Canada. But with these rights come responsibilities. You're expected to obey the law, respect others' rights and freedoms, and participate in your community. It's a give and take, a balance that ensures everyone's well-being. And remember, there are numerous resources available to help you understand these laws better. Don't hesitate to reach out and ask for help. Knowing your rights and responsibilities is crucial when you're making a new country your home. Who would have thought that a dish called poutine would become one of my favorite meals? If you're new to Canada, you're in for a culinary delight. Canadian cuisine is a wonderful mix of hearty comfort foods and unique regional specialties. Imagine biting into a butter tart that melts in your mouth, or savoring the sweet, smoky goodness of Montreal-style smoked meat. You'll find that Canada's food is as diverse as its landscape. From the fresh seafood of the Atlantic provinces to the wild game and indigenous foods of the north, there's a dish for every palate. And let's not forget the classic Canadian staple, maple syrup drizzled on pancakes or used in a variety of dishes for a touch of sweetness. Food is a wonderful way to connect with a new culture. By exploring Canadian cuisine, you're not just satisfying your taste buds, you're embracing a piece of Canadian heritage. So don't be shy. Dive into the Canadian cuisine. You might find your new favorite dish. Navigating the Canadian education system for my kids was a challenging but rewarding journey. Now, let's dive into this topic. The education system in Canada is managed by each province, so there might be slight differences across the country. However, at its core, it's designed to provide quality education to all, regardless of their background. From kindergarten, spanning from ages 4 to 5, children embark on their learning journey. Elementary or primary school follows, which typically runs till age 12. Then comes secondary or high school, which lasts until age 18. Post-secondary education encompasses vocational schools, career colleges, and community colleges and universities. For parents, it's crucial to understand that compulsory education varies between provinces, but generally starts at age 5 or 6 and continues until 16 or 18. It's also worth noting that public schools are free for residents and citizens. Understanding the education system will help you make the best decisions for your children's future. My first ride on the Toronto subway was quite the experience. I remember feeling a mix of excitement and nervousness as I navigated through the bustling stations and onto the subway car. I quickly discovered that Canada's public transportation system is efficient, punctual, and incredibly user-friendly. Public transportation in Canada is more than just a means of getting around. It's an integral part of the community, connecting cities, suburbs, and even remote areas. The network includes buses, trams, subways, and ferries, all designed to make your commute as smooth as possible. Now let's talk benefits. Using public transportation not only reduces traffic congestion, but also contributes to a cleaner environment by reducing carbon emissions. Plus, it's cost-effective. With a monthly pass, you can travel unlimited times without worrying about gas prices or parking fees. The key is to educate yourself. Most cities have dedicated apps and websites that provide real-time updates and route information. So, equip yourself with these tools and embrace the ride. Mastering the public transportation system can save you both time and money. The day I volunteered at a local food bank, I felt a true sense of belonging. Let me share with you why community engagement is such a game changer when you're transitioning to life in Canada. You see, the heart of Canadian society is its communities. They are diverse, vibrant, and welcoming. Participating in local events, supporting neighborhood initiatives, and volunteering at local organizations, these are all ways to immerse yourself in Canadian culture. It's not just about giving back, although that's a wonderful part of it. It's also about creating connections, understanding your neighbors, and feeling a part of something bigger. You might find yourself playing in a local hockey game, volunteering at a maple syrup festival, or lending a hand at a community garden. These experiences not only enrich your life but also help you understand the Canadian way of life better. Becoming an active member of your community can truly make Canada feel like home.